Hey, how's it going? Hope you guys are doing good. Welcome back, man. We're back doing a reading. We are at the tail end, the very last. It's either today or tomorrow. I want to say it's tomorrow. I'm pretty sure it's a combination of both. We got the spring equinox. We're entering Pisces season. I think we have Aries going into a new moon going into Aries, I'm pretty sure. All new, all new, clean slate, all new, fresh beginnings, new opportunities. This is the time that we've been waiting for, talking about for months. I was going to say years, but it's a yearly cycle. So we're here, we're here. And in the main download I was getting before I came into this reading, I got the download last night. The message was closing out old cycles, closing out the past, leaving behind the past. I mean, it's just incongruence with what we're experiencing. Anything that's not really helping you in any way, shape, or form, anything that's holding you back, anything that's keeping you stuck, be it relationships, be it personal beliefs, thought patterns, behaviors, whatever it is that has been holding you back, that's being released. That's been being cleared out for however long we've been doing this. I mean, we've been doing this together almost a year now. So we've been out here, man. We've been out. I want to say when are we hitting a year? I have to check. We've either already hit a year or we're about to hit a year here in March. It's either March or May. I think we're hitting a year. We might be coming up on a year coming up here. I don't recall exactly. I need to check to see when I last posted a video, but I think it's just all such a nice way to close out some old cycles. I'm happy to be able to do this with you guys, man. I'm so very blessed to read for such beautiful people and to see so many beautiful things reflected back to me. And I just want to let you guys know, man, it has been a wild journey doing this with y'all, and I'm so very grateful that you guys have stuck by me all this time and shown me all this love and continue to show up for me in the way you do. It's added such a beautiful, it's such a beautiful part of my life that I wouldn't trade for the world. I am so very grateful for you guys, man. So let's just go ahead and tap in. I'm not going to get too emotional on you. I'm personally feeling very emotional today in a good way. So I'm trying to keep my composure and maintain myself, but be patient with me while we do that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started on the reading. We're going to do Sorcerer's Tarot. We're going to take a deep breath, say a prayer, and hop into your reading. Pray to God, Spirit, my guides, my angels, and my ancestors to help the collective and anybody watching to see the clearest messages for the highest good of all involved in our love and relationships and life, for a timeless reading for anything we need to see, hear, and know in our life, love, and relationships. All right. So yeah, if you want to book a personal reading, everything is in the description. I will never contact you in any way, shape, or form. The only way to book a reading with me is to send me an email or DM me on Instagram. That is all in the description. If you would like to subscribe to my Patreon or listen to my music, those are both also in the description. On Patreon, I do extended readings after I do these readings here. They usually range anywhere from 15 to maybe 30 minutes. I don't have enough space on my phone to do the entire 30-minute YouTube and then 30-minute Patreon, so I do them all in one sitting. So I've been trying to cut them short so that way my phone can still operate, because if your phone gets to a certain point where it doesn't have enough space, it can't really work too well, just from my experience. So that's also why the videos have been shorter, so that way I can get as much out as I can while still having space on my phone and not being out too long. So yeah, all that is in the description, man. We do currently, with my current schedule, we're doing 3 videos extra per week, 3 extendeds along with the videos we do here. Took a while for the cards to come out, but we got them. So we have 2 of Swords bottom of the deck, we have the World, we have Hierophant, 2 of Cups, and the Hanged Man, right? So I don't even feel like this, it feels like a decision has been made. It's just what it looks like to me. Somebody's made a decision, whether or not that's being revealed to you or not. Somebody's either you're in this space of gaining insight and wisdom into a situation to be able to make a decision with the 2 of Swords, 2 of Cups. I don't feel like this is between 2 people. I feel like this is in a particular love situation in general. I feel like this is a big decision that's on the table here. Are you going to take this further? Are you going to take this relationship to the next level? That's up to you and your person and whatever situation it is you are in, right? We've been tapping into stuff like this for a while, and we've been tapping into all these new beginnings that have been coming through in these readings, man, for upwards of a year now. And, you know, as we continue to do these readings together, and as we continue to grow together, this is the kind of energy we're now coming into. We are being faced with an entire new cycle. I don't feel like this is something that you've been in before. Whether or not you're in it now, whether or not you've been in it and are currently going through it, which is basically in it now, right? Or whether this is still to come, because it is timeless. You have the opportunity to move into a new direction. And I don't necessarily feel like it's something it doesn't feel like a decision. To me, this feels like an energy of how is this going to work? And I feel like if you're seeing any standstill or stagnancy, not only because there are still, you know, cycles closing out, there are old commitments and old ways of thinking, like we were just talking about in the channel message, that are being closed out. All of these different things, the insight has been gained. You or your person understands what it is that needs to be let go, what it is that needs to be closed out in order for you to be in this situation, right? In order for you to move this relationship into a deeper sense of commitment, in order for you to move into, if this is career, this is essentially you moving into a more stable financial position. After going through this period of reflection, after going through this period of standstill, trying to understand what it is you truly want, you may honestly, it's an energy too where you may have a lot of decisions to make. I don't feel like it's just one decision. I feel like in career, in love, in spirituality, in your own personal growth, there are a lot of decisions here to make. You know what I mean? Because you've leveled up and because you're leveling up, you also have to make decisions that have a greater weight, is what I'm hearing. The decisions that you make coming up in the near future, or if you're in this energy now to make these decisions, are going to have a long-lasting impact on your future, right? And that's not to scare you or anything like that. It's just to say that when you step into your power and you manifest these beautiful things, that requires a level of responsibility and management, like we've talked about, which is why we've been doing this together, man. We've been working day in and day out on ourselves, doing these readings together, reflecting and growing and healing, so that way we can manage this, and that it doesn't seem like anything out of your realm of possibility, because you've taken the time to really understand it's like, this is what I'm seeing, like self-limiting beliefs, whether that's you taking that on from society, whether that is you taking that on from your parents, your friends, your own personal views of the world. It's really looking at that and how those things have kept you limited in the past, and how you can let them go now, so that way you can manage this when it comes in. If it's not already here, I feel like this is an energy where I feel like you're already in this. This is something where it really just feels like a loving relationship to me. This feels like some commitment that is being taken to the next level. I'm going to be completely honest. This is what I'm seeing. This is something where two people feel a strong connection. They take each other very seriously. They're well off on their own. They're independent individuals who aren't relying on others to support them in any way, shape, or form. And because of that, that's what's allowing this connection to flourish, right? Let's pull some cards. We spent quite a bit of time on just those little stacks. I'm just going to go and talk about it. We have the Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. And I feel like this is what is kind of surrounding. I mean, this is the bottom of the deck, right? This is the surrounding energy here, where there's a need to talk about the future. There's a need to really sit down with this person, or sit down with this employer, or sit down with your friends and your family. Or it's one of those things where I feel like you may be considering making a move. And this, again, might be you moving to another country, another state. This could be somebody that is at a distance from you, right? And in order for this to happen, that's the change that needs to come in. And I think it's a realization that either you or your person are having, whether or not that's either you or them moving to wherever, to each other, or to another place together. This is the energy that's being thought about here. It's in the ethers, right? And it's slowly but surely manifesting into the physical. And so I'm here to let you know that it's like, this is a good time to really think about where you see yourself in the future. Take time to reflect on those thoughts before you go off and make huge, massive decisions for yourself. Really make sure that what you're doing, you're 100% in it, and you're not just doing it to do it. Make sure that your heart and your soul and your mind are all in congruence with whatever it is you're trying to make a decision on. Don't be afraid to take things at your own pace. Take things slow if you need to, but understand that these windows of opportunities, they do have a time frame. Right? I know like energy is time and they are fluid, but when you have really big opportunities, sometimes they have to be taken. That's why you got to stay on your toes, and you got to make sure you are self-aware enough to understand yourself enough to know and trust your decisions. This is you trusting yourself and trusting your knowledge and everything that you've done, even though it's still a night energy. This is you trusting yourself. It's from the page to the night. It's the page you've come out of this newness. You're now entering the next phase of this mental clarity here. Whether that is you or this person now seeing the clarity of the situation for what it is, seeing the potential of this to go somewhere very stable. It's really going to depend on you. Right? Let's go ahead and pull some more cards. Yep. Lovers and the King of Wands. Those fell out. I wasn't even going to take this. This is at the bottom of the deck. Spirit was telling. We got 3 crows chilling up on the ledge. Cool, man. Sorry, I get distracted by the birds around here. I'm like a cat. I get distracted by the birds, and they're just flying around, going all... There's a lot of them. Well, there's more, but they're all flying around. Sorry. So we had the Lovers and we had the King of Wands. Exactly what we were just talking about. This is a very deeply passionate connection here. This is something where I don't think either of you expected it to be as strong as it is. And to me, this is like an inner knowing and surety of what it is you're doing here. I don't feel like there's any question about whether this is somebody you want to be with. I think the question is how it's going to work. How you're going to support one another. Oh shit. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Wands. We got counterparts here, man. We got counterparts here. I don't know what to tell you guys, man. This is something that we've been tapping into for a while, and it looks like it's coming up for y'all, man. So get excited, man. It's like, this is the time. This is what you've been waiting for. This is it. Like, this is it. Do it. I mean, I'm not going to tell you what to do, you know what I'm saying? But, like, reflect. And don't be afraid to do it if this is what you want to do. Not because I'm telling you that you should. Not because the cards are telling you that you should. Because your intuition and your own inner knowing is telling you that you should. That's what the whole reason I do this, man, is to make sure that you can support yourself and not rely on anybody else to make decisions for you. I'm not saying don't consider anybody, but you got this, yo. Like, you don't need me to tell you what to do. You got this. You know what to do. You don't need the cards, man. We really don't need the cards. They're a tool for us to connect with each other. That's why I like to use them. And I like the pictures. Right? This is what I'm saying, man. This is something very powerful between two people that I think is going to lead to a lot of growth in both of your lives. This is something that's going to allow you both to grow to a space that you've been trying to as individuals, but not realizing that you may have actually needed another person with you to really grow. It's just like fast tracking everything. It's fast tracking your ability to do what you need to do in your life, because it's almost like there's another purpose being given to you. It's almost like there's a purpose being given to you that you may not have known you wanted. It's something where you're now seeing something on a different... It's like a whole change of perspective about what it is you thought your life was going to be. Life is like that sometimes. Sometimes things come along, people, jobs, circumstances that will completely make you question everything you've ever known, who you are as a person, what you really truly want. And it's those types of situations that allow you to step into this deeply creative space. It's really tapping into your own creative manifestation power to be able to push it to that level, right? So whether this is you and another person, whether this is you and your masculine and feminine energies and balancing those two, right? And it really depends, but this to me looks like two people that are choosing each other. Lovers can be a choice. We don't really have any other court cards except for the Knight of Pentacles, right? I don't remember seeing anything. No 3 energies. We had the King of Pentacles. Doesn't really feel like another person. That feels like an energy between you two. And this to me feels like two people choosing each other, man. I'm going to be completely honest. This is what I'm seeing as like two people here are seeing just how much of a match you both are and choosing each other to be able to move forward in that direction, right? I almost don't even know what else to say. I mean, this is such a beautiful reading. I don't even know if there's much else for me to pull. Spirit's kind of telling me to just close it out, man. You know, I don't normally close it out. I usually go into a different deck, but Spirit's kind of guiding me to close this out for you, man. You know, it's one of those things where it's, when the message is so clear and precise, and there's no question of what that message is, there's no need for me to, I feel like there's no need for me to really delve into it like that. You know what I mean? I'll still go into the extended and we can tap in a little deeper, but Spirit's telling me to close it out, man. You know, that's never happened. Usually Spirit tells me, get another deck, pull some more, but I feel like Spirit just wants me to, I don't know why. I don't know why Spirit wants me to close it out. I'm not going to question it, you know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and let's get this message, this final message here with the Alchemist. Excuse me, because the name of this deck, the magical spell cards. I don't know why I said Alchemist. Maybe you are an alchemist, right? Alchemist of the internal world. Let's see. This one just wants to come out, so safe home, right? I cast this circle around about safety, now is beyond doubt. I feel like this is just a very safe connection for you both. This was the message that was coming through on the short video. This is safe. This is somebody that you can trust with your heart. You can give them your love. You can trust that they're going to take care of you and protect you in any way they can. And I feel like that's a mutual energy here to close it out. Right? Bottom of the deck we have study. It says, let my mind be clear and strong. Let me study well and long. So there's still the energy of taking time to get to know each other, right? Trying to determine if this is a safe home. If you're not feeling like you're in a safe space, I would suggest moving away from anything that doesn't feel safe, because I promise you that there are safe spaces out there for you should you seek them. But you don't have to seek them. So long as you stay in alignment with yourself, like we've talked about, they will come to you. These opportunities, you need to take action on them for sure. You know, make sure you're well studied, make sure you know what you're doing, and make sure you have all your T's crossed and your I's dotted. But, you know, it looks like this is safe. Two people choosing each other, growing together, building a life together, and it feels safe for you both. I'm going to leave it there, man. I think this is a really beautiful reading, especially since we're moving into all this new energy here. I'm so proud of you guys, man. We have come such a long way together, and to be able to see these kinds of energies come out in a card, in a reading, is really, makes me feel like I'm doing something right. You know, not that I'm saying that I was ever doing anything wrong, but it breaks my heart when I do some of these readings and there's difficult things going on and you guys are struggling, and I hate to see that, man. I know it's part of growth, but it really breaks my heart, and I just want you guys to know, like, I really do care about you and want to support you in any way I can. And so it's really nice to see that we have this here to celebrate together, right? So I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to take this over to an extended. We'll tap in and see what else wants to come out, right? That's also in the description. If you want to book a personal, everything is in the description. If you want to listen to my music or subscribe to my Patreon, that is also in the description. I will never contact you for a reading. The only way to book a reading is to email me or DM me on Instagram. I love you so very much, and I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day, and enjoy the equinox, man. Springtime is here. Enjoy Aries season. Yeah, have a good one, guys. See ya.